Okay, here's what is hoping to be the beginning of at least a 4-trip journey. This is the Blackwater Creek that the Lake Norris put in. So basically a mile or less upstream is the beginning of Lake Norris, or beginning of Blackwater Creek, and then it flows to here, and it says to the left Lake Norris, to the right not passable. That not passable section, maybe about 5 or 6 miles to State Road 44, then another section from State Road 44 to the Seminole State Forest put in, and then from Seminole State Forest put into the Wekiva River. A total of about 23 miles. 1 mile here, say 6 miles to 44, then another 8 or 9 from 44 to Seminole State Forest, and then 5 or 6 miles from there to the Wekiva. The only allegedly navigable sections are this little section here, and then the section from Seminole State Forest to the Wekiva. So basically almost 2/3 of the river or creek is not navigable. So it's that 2/3 that we'll see if we can do. But today it's just going to be an exploratory trip to see Lake Norris, and then just a short paddle down there just to see how far you can get before it starts getting, as this says, not passable. Okay, just a couple hundred yards down from the put in here where it says it's not passable, but I see this sign here. It says, warning, water not passable past this point. So of course we have to go see if that's true. Again, today is just an exploratory trip, so once I hit a real bad stop, I won't forge through. And yet another sign, waterway not passable past this point. Okay, I'm just maybe a 1/4 mile down from the bridge there. TV set here floating in the water. It hasn't been bad at all. So far, this has just been the worst. Of course, I'm only a 1/4 mile. But since the whole purpose of doing the trip is to go one way instead of just paddling back both ways, I think I'll turn around here just because I don't feel like paddling down and then paddling back up. But so far, obviously, it looks navigable. Come when the water's a little higher, and I think we'll give it a try, but of course I'll wait till I get to 44 to see where the takeout would be, how that looks from that side. But okay, so we're going to go up and do what I'm going to call section 1 up to Lake Norris. Okay, back here at the beginning, about to head upstream to the lake. Supposedly this is a fairly well-traveled, and normally there's no portages, but I understand that there are some portages now, and according to the sign in there, the last person was here said there were 2 portages, but I understand it's normally clear, so let's go find out. Okay, so far no portages. It's just kind of a slow-moving, narrow river. So far no wildlife either. Interesting that they paint orange blazes on the trail. See another one up there. I guess that way if it was high water and it was all flooded, you would know your way, I presume, I guess, because so far very serene. Not much current at all. Again, we'd want to do those other sections in higher water. Alright, here's a little blockage, and I'm not sure if a normal kayaker would call this a blockage and portage, or if this is just a little obstacle, which if you've seen Howell Creek or the Upper Econ, this is just a little obstacle. Okay, here we are at Lake Norris. There were a couple of more small obstacles along the way, but I would definitely consider that very passable and not an effort at all. So, okay, Lake Norris, I guess, is known for all its cypress trees. and I guess holes or whatever you'd call them that you can swim or kayak through, and I guess birds and cypress. Well, normally lake kayaking is pretty boring, but if you hug the shore here and just go in between the cypress trees, it gives it a river-like feel, without the current, unfortunately. But so it's actually kind of nice. I'm not sure if you can see where the water level is, or the water level on the trees when it's higher. It's obviously very low now, so definitely want to do those other sections in higher water as stated before. There's an interesting cypress tree. Obviously you could kayak through there. Clear the spider webs first, of course. Okay, just a very small gator right over there. Probably just 3 or 4 feet. Maybe we can find its parent. Okay, now that the fog is lifting, you can see more around the lake. Apparently it's 8 or 9 miles to just kayak around the shore. And I suspect that's the Boy Scout camp over there that's on the lake. So far I have seen no one. Well, that was not the Boy Scout camp. I don't think. Those look like houses. Maybe that's the camp over there. What a calm day. I'm not sure if you're allowed to have motorboats on this lake or not. But obviously this would be a very nice ski lake if you could. Okay, apparently there's no restrictions on gas-powered motors here, so certainly a remote lake if you had your house on it. Okay, here's the entrance back to the creek. There really is no marking, so you just kind of got to hug the shore to find it. Obviously when you come out, if you're not going to do the whole thing like I did, you'll want to go to the left, because the left is much prettier than the right where the houses are. I did talk to a fisherman, and he said there's only 8 houses on the lake, and there's no public access other than the put in here. So basically, if you're a homeowner there, you have the whole lake to yourself. Okay, we're back. On the way up, there was an otter, but of course he went underwater as soon as he got the camera out to take his picture. But so anyway, leisurely paddle up around the lake and back. But it was fun, very relaxing. Okay, here's the State Road 44 access put in, whatever you want to call it. You obviously can park there, carry down there. Lots and lots of vegetation. Would not want to do this in the summer months. Wait until it, if you could have high water in the winter, that would be very nice. So this is the side that goes to State Road, or Seminole State Forest. Let's see what it looks like on the other side. Alright, that's the way up to Lake Norris, and it obviously doesn't look too promising with all the vegetation. But again, let the sky off and cold, and it might not be too bad. Let me check how far it is on the GPS. Okay, as the crow flies, it's 4.3 miles from here to the Lake Norris put in. So maybe as my original estimate of 5 to 6 river miles, that's probably hopefully pretty accurate. So anyway, looks promising.